Hi everyone. In this video, I'll explain manual testing in a very simple way. Now let's understand what manual testing is. Manual testing means testing the software without using any automation tools. We open the application, use it like a real user, and check whether everything is working correctly. The main goal of manual testing is to find bugs by observing how a real user would use the application. Now let's talk about what really happens in real projects. In most projects, there is no theory first. You don't sit and read definitions on day one. Instead, you open the application, explore the screens, and start understanding how it works. This is how manual testing actually begins, by exploring the application like a real user. Now let's move from theory to a real demo. This is where manual testing actually starts. Step 1 is simple. Open the application. Once the application is open, we start observing how it behaves. Step 1 in manual testing is opening the application. This can be a website or a mobile app. As a tester, you don't start with test cases immediately. First, you open the application and make sure it loads properly. This is how testing begins in real projects. Once the application opens, the next step is testing the homepage. First, we check whether the page loads properly without errors. Then, we verify that all text is clearly visible and readable. Finally, we check if the layout looks correct and nothing is broken or misaligned. This basic check helps us catch many issues early. Next, we test buttons, links, and input fields. We click on each button and link to see how the application behaves. We check whether the action works correctly or shows any error. For input fields, we enter data and observe the response. This helps us understand how users interact with the application. Now let's look at a simple test case. Action: enter text in the search box. Expected result: the results page should open. If the results page opens correctly, the test passes. If it doesn't, we log it as a defect. So, what did we test in this demo? We tested the user interface, we checked the links, and we verified the basic functionality of the application. This is exactly how manual testing starts in real projects. So, what is manual testing really about? Manual testing is observation, thinking like a user, and asking, what can go wrong? This mindset makes a good tester. In the next video, we'll learn how to write your very first test case, step by step. Subscribe to this channel.